Hey guys, so today I will be talking about the most hated skins in Bear Alpha. Each skin will of course become more controversial as the video goes on, as you expect. Of course, I mean not to brag too much and all, but Sloth is fucking hitting me hard right now and getting this video out. Trying my best not to give in to Sloth was like stepping on Legos and seriously bruising your feet and trying not to scream honestly. But okay, all seriousness. This video took months to come out. Like, dude, I picture in my mind that I'm in class, and Sloth, being the fucking bully, decides to slingshot paper balls into my head, almost like those paper balls giving me demotivation each time. Like, Sloth, can you fuck off? Okay? Okay, I will be getting on to the video that you guys have been waiting for so long. Enjoy the video. Sorry for that weird intro. Morris is a hated skins soul snatcher. Why? Well, this skin is hated due to the poor moderation from my research, and yes, I shitted myself. 300 chase me if you can. Yeah, the controversy isn't that popular. However, specific allegations include the game's AI-based falling into adequately filter out harmful language, potentially exposing people to grooming, and a lack of prioritization of players. Safety over players, base growth, and also this skin is literally just a meme plastered onto a default's face. This skin isn't that hated, so yeah, this skin could use a remake. I ain't going to lie. But overall, this skin is barely hated at all, leading it to only be at last place on the list. So moving on to the 9th on the list. Angelic is actually known for its appearance, its walks, and style. People like this skin a lot. So why is it on the list, you may ask? Well, viewer, pretty solid reason if you ask me. The hated side towards it is interesting. In my personal opinion, the 5th anniversary update will always go down as the most controversial update for Bear for now. And, well, also get into that later on because it'll be important later on. The hate towards the skin is its price. A ton of people in the Bear community say it is genuinely Cheetahman, the owner of the game, accused of being greedy. If the specific skin costs over 10,000 quids, and if the specific user has premium Cheetahman, will get money for it. Moving on.
No! It's red nose! No! The rarity! No!
Yep, you heard that exactly correctly. Red nose at number 8. Now, most of you might know why it's on the list. Well, obviously, because it costed around 5,000 quids, and it was basically just a default, but with another colored nose. And yes, I know this is a Bear Alpha related video, but I have to kind of bring this up in Bear Star when it got released along with the game itself. Quids was super hard to get, meaning people were grinding for this skin forever. I mean, forever. A lot of people hated this skin and pressured Cheetahman and demanded to lower the price. Cheetahman didn't really listen to people and ignored the controversy. The controversy itself only lasted around a short period of time, because a few weeks, or in a matter of days later, Cheed made quids easier to get, making Red Nose quicker to get when it got released in Bear Alpha. A lot of people were still iffy about the price. Some people were still mad about the price. But again, the hate died of almost instantly and was not that big. I still remember a couple people when it got released to Alpha saying how annoyed they were about the price, but it died off a short period of time, and the controversy was not that popular either, so leaving it to be only on the 8th place of the list. Yeah, Encryption. Now it's hard to tell whether between Red Nose or Angelic was more controversial. For the story, it's technically the same story as Angelic, with the price being high as ever. Except a lot of people aren't really a fan of the skin's design. And to even add more onto it, a lot of people aren't upset that the skin took about 5 years to get into the game, because back in 2020, with the arrival of the Bear Archive in a secret open place, there were skin suggestions a lot. Like, there was quite a few of them, even map suggestions. And honestly, as a kid who watched this, I thought they were all coming into the game. Well, of course, because I was a kid at the time and I didn't know any better. But anyway, going back on topic, and well, yeah, Angelic and Encryption was one of those few suggestions, so a lot of people wish the skins got in more sooner. If you ask me if I had to choose what was the most controversial skin between Red Nose and Angelic and Encryption, I would say Encryption. Encryption is probably a bit more hated than Angelic because Encryption has a worser design, according to people not me, and Red Nose being just slightly more hated than Angelic was. I think Encryption is just by a hair slightly more controversial, and what makes the hate for these two skins is even worse, once they finally, after hours, days, etc., having enough to buy the spicy servers just to find out the two skins are both a lot more expensive. Combined, the hate is not forced. I can understand why people are upset about the fact that they worked their asses off just to find out there's two more expensive skins. On the brighter side, they can play in pro servers now, and to make things a lot better, the skins are not limited at all. So, yeah, moving on. Greedy. Now most of you definitely know this skin and its history. Like Encryption and Angelic that we talked about, it was in the Bear Archive secret place and was one of the suggestions. And yes, a few people were mad about how it should have gotten into the game sooner, but they weren't mad about its delayed release or its design. It's the fact that people were on about the boss fight, saying it was too extreme and hard. I remember playing the boss fight and, yeah, it took me days, but I certainly was not the one complaining no matter how hard it was. What made people actually think they had the right to complain was because everyone thought at the time that the skin was limited along with the boss fight. So that's the reason why people kept saying it was too extreme, pleading to Cheetah Man to make it more far and easy because they thought it was limited, LMAO, until one YouTuber confirmed it wasn't limited, and the controversy dived down. Shout out to that guy. Afrocity. Oh boy, do I have a story for this? This skin was extremely controversial, and yes, we're actually getting into the really controversial skins right now. So get a snack, drink, ice cream or some shit, and let's get straight into it. Now, Afrocity was released sometime in late July of 2020, where you had to do all of this stuff and eventually get the skin. A lot of people liked and enjoyed this skin. However, let's pause this part for a bit. So there's this YouTuber called Connor3D. He usually makes tutorials videos on Roblox and would generally help people out. And when the skin itself got released, Cheetah Man explicitly told everyone to not make a video onto how to get the skin since he wanted everyone to figure it out themselves. Connor3D probably did not see Cheetah Man warn them or just did not give a fuck. Decided he was going to post a tutorial he did, and people started getting the skin easier. However, Cheetah Man took notice and decided to remove the skin from the game early. And what I mean by early is only just below 24 hours. I think Cheetah Man, he straight up made the skin unobtainable. People were furious at Cheetah Man, since not a lot of people got the skin in time, and this skin is actually one of the most rarest skins in the game due to it being brought out so early. Now, at the time, I managed to get the skin, but sadly, I don't have access to my old account anymore. Now, some people are mad at Connor3D, and the other side dislikes Cheetah Man for it. Honestly, this was very sad, and I don't blame people for getting mad at all. Honestly, I'm sort of neutral to this. I don't know what side to go on, so yeah. Anyway, moving on. El Santa Sam Bro. So you may be asking, what the fuck is this skin? It's basically a duplicate of Lil Santa Sam Bro, but a bigger size, as the size of a fucking skyscraper. King of Rascals already covered this story if you want to go check that out, but I'm also going to explain it. Basically, it all started in 2019. Only a few got it. Not a lot of people went grinding for it, but when the event returned in the Christmas 2024 event, people went nuts for this skin. Despite the chances people thought all the hard work of trying to get the skin was apparently worth it, according to the community, people would often do live streams of grinding for the skin. I mainly thought of doing it, but I just didn't. For some reason, I guess I just couldn't be fucking arsed. But this would get people into gambling, well, basically. Yeah, go check out this guy's video if you want to. Eventually, this trend among the community dived down, and only a few mother obtained the skin. But I'd say, with the amount of people who attempted to get this skin, I'd say this skin is at least a bit more controversial. Then Afrocity anyway, moving on to number 3. Sam. Yes, Sam is extremely hated due to its price and is still to the present day hated for that, but not as much. What people are very annoyed with is, every update Sam does not return apparently. Cheat confirmed it will return. I couldn't really find any proof. So take that as a grain of salt, because I have no clue. People just really want this guy to return so badly. Yeah. In my opinion, it's most likely returning in the final update, which is probably in 2026. What makes the skin a bit more controversial and a reason to put it at number 3 is because in the 2024 Week 4 update, people like me expected the skin to return. Of course it didn't. Yeah, a few people were sad, I mean. I kinda got tricked into thinking that April Fool's one, I forgot the name, was the Sam skin. Yeah, there is a debate every time an update drops. It never ends up returning like ever. Now, some even don't want the skin to return due to the rarity. But of course, most people are waiting for the skin to return. So this skin people absolutely crave for, it's just so fucking stupid. All these years to 2019 from people wanting the skin into the game, from 2025, people wanting the skin to return. They've wanted this skin to return almost there, throughout the game's entire history. Yeah, that's why I put it at number 3, why no? And there isn't much to really talk about here, so I'm moving on to number 2. The 2 last most insanely controversial skins. Number 2. Cain. Now holy hell. This skin's information as to why it was hated, all the information like it was thrown into the fucking sea. Because I had no clue why people were hating on this skin, I looked on some YouTube comments and on the wiki. Apparently the creator of the skin did some horrible things, but no one specified why. No information online. Cheataman back in fuck knows how long ago states that we don't need to know why the creator of the skin isn't with us anymore. And that's that. And I was going to accept my fate and give in to the situation. Until my only hope arrived, this guy's video. Now I had to turn on captions on this video, because he didn't really speak English. But now I know what he did. Basically, the creator of Cain is by Matue Piachu, a bear contributor that got sacked a long time ago. Apparently, he was a predator, dating, or meeting up with a 14-year-old girl, committing a crime. I think he's in jail. I'm not sure. Actually, yeah. I think he's definitely in prison. Not sure if he's released or anything. But yeah, this is quite sad. But before seeing what Matue Pichu did, I thought it was the boxer related to this skin that did horrible things. But nope. There is good news on our hands. Cain got remaked in 2023, I think. You can still play this version, but people still hate this skin. But moving on to the first. Yep, you heard it all loud and clear. Omen Mal takes first place. And yes, I know probably some people are going to say in the comments, Cain should have been first. Listen guys, this took me hours to decide whether or not Cain or Omen. Mal took first place. I'm going to have to go with Omen Mal. So now I will explain why Omen Mal is first and why it's so controversial. The 5th anniversary, remember, when I said the 5th anniversary would be important later, now's that time it's important. The 5th anniversary so far is the most controversial update within Bear Alpha. And this one skin literally broke Bear Alpha. When it came out, people were speculating Sam or maybe Arctic Valley to return in a fucking summer update. They expected way more. What got added to the update was Omen Mal. A few returning ones, a few new skins. Bear Bee returned and Spicy Servers. Got introduced with 2 other skins, but why is this update so hated first and foremost? A lot of people expected more, and that's 20% of the reason why. The other reason was the price. Oh, well, it can't be that bad. 100k quids. 100k quids. And Angelic and Encryption costed so much. And Spicy Servers. No new maps, no new remakes, barely anything. This is when people started to fucking snap and decided they were going to complain so much in the bear Discord, and they did, and it was horrific. Hundreds and hundreds of them all gathering together, protesting and rioting in the bear group, complaining non-stop about the price and the design and how it's not worth that much. On rare occasions, some people send death threats, only a couple from what I've, heard. But holy fucking shit. It got to the point where Cheetah Man got so ticked off, decided to mute the entire bear group temporarily, and even complained and wrote an entire statement you could tell he was very fucking pissed of. But people even got more mad. They went to bear talk since the entire bear group got muted, and people weren't done at all. They talked smack about the update itself, saying how mad they were because they didn't get Sam in the update, or an even bigger update. At the time, a lot of people thought Omen Mal was limited, because the description was a bit suspicious. So Cheetah Man pinned the message, but people did not care. They argued about it for ages. It was everywhere in Bear Alpha's group and Roblox, Bear Discord, Bear Talk, everywhere. Cheetah Man just could not do it anymore. He decided, well, what D9 you think changed the price? No. Instead, he decided that he's going to change the design. He added voice lines and error effects and a glow effect or some sort. This actually worked well, kinda. A lot of people were still mad about the update being small, and some people still didn't think the skin was worth ALAT. Yeah, a lot of people stopped complaining, and it slowly dived down. And that was it. The amount of chaos that happened was insane. I appreciate a lot of you watching the video. Honestly, this video took months to come out. Like, it should have been out by October. It's finally fucking here after being delayed so much. I changed this list a lot. There was footage of me and my friend Liam gameplaying these controversial skins. Sadly, I lost the footage and I had to use other people's gameplays. So, it's a relief I managed to finally get the video out. I will see you in a few days, or maybe tomorrow, in my 6th anniversary prediction video. See you guys there. Give-me me vigie. É um bear de queijo que nasceu na fábrica de queijo, bear de queijo. Com seu corpo de queijito, odeia pão de alho e ama queijo. Ui! Berito queijito! Give-me foi um dos bears que botou queijo no pão de alho do Sam. E cadê o Whitey? Ele morreu? No! Hoje em dia, na noite do dia, Give-me tá vivo morto com um super fracasso fracassado. E eu sou pobre!